Guys. Hello guys, good afternoon. So here I am. I'm going to record what we are supposed to discuss a while back because my internet is not so good. Actually, it's so bad. That is why I have to resort to recording this video. Okay. So for the practicum or OJT for this semester, in the meantime, it has to be conducted online or it has to be conducted off off office, meaning to say you are not going to personally have your OJT in the offices where you will be assigned sana. Sayang because there are so many companies that signify their intention to accept OJTs like those in Manila and in Baguio City. But let's see how things will go as we go through, kasi I do not know, there is still not a directive from the president whether to have a limited face-to-face. Okay, so I will share my screen for the guidelines. I will show you the guidelines of the BSIT catch-up plan that I was discussing. I was about to discuss a while back. Okay, so for the guidelines, for the pre-deployment guidelines, ito. Yung diniscuss ko kanina, the intern must have finished all the required courses from first year to third year and you are good with that. The intern must choose which option is best to take and approved by the OJT coordinator. Next, intern can still enroll his OJT even if you have a subject of 6 units. That is why you are enrolled, because you have a back subject in capstone. The intern shall attend orientations, webinars through any platform as scheduled. So before you conduct or before you have your OJT, we need to have series of orientations first or webinars. Another is the intern must choose where to undertake his OJT, however, to the approval of the OJT coordinator. And then the intern shall submit a medical certificate and a parent's waiver. I think we need to highlight this one. Emphasize that a medical certificate and the parent's waiver is important before you start your OJT. And the next, the intern shall be insured by any insurance company. And this is also very important. You have to be insured by any insurance company. Like before, we had it through the Red Cross. Yung Red Cross ang ginamit namin. Doon kami nagpa-insure. So yung insurance fee sa Red Cross, actually it's some sort of membership. Magpa-member ka sa Red Cross. Tama ba? Red Cross, tama. Magpa-insure, magpa-member ka sa Red Cross, in return, you will be covered by insurance already. So, member ka na, insured ka pa. Next is the OJT coordinator endorses the intern to the OJT host through an endorsement letter. Now, what happens during deployment? The OJT coordinator shall introduce the interns to their supervisors through any platform agreed by both parties. In this case, if it's going to be offline, online, then we have to meet through any platform available to both parties, the student and the client. And also, the OJT coordinator shall continuously orient the interns on tools and practices in the new normal, such as social etiquette or netiquette. The intern shall abide by the policies, regulations, and protocols set by the company, agency, and that of the university, and of course, and that of the LGU covering the workplace, especially on the IATF protocols. And then there shall be monitoring, which shall be conducted by the immediate supervisor and the OJT coordinator. Okay, so what about the post-deployment? Ito yung after deployment. Ito na pag natapos nyo na yung OJT hours ninyo. The OJT coordinator shall conduct an exit conference with the OJT host to retrieve the evaluation forms from the employers. And this had been done in the previous years wherein makiki-post conference kami, makikimit kami with the clients plus the students para sabihin nila yung feedback nila about the students and that we could have a graceful exit from the company. And then also there is a post-conference which is conducted 1 week after the OJT, wherein each student is given 5 minutes to share the experiences, and this is graded. The presentation is graded and it forms part of the OJT grade. And the intern shall submit a narrative report together with the certificate of completion. Okay, so before I go to the next subtopic, I would like to share with you the grading system adapted or for OJT. Okay. Ay nako, ito naman na yung old. Oh. Wait. Sige, later na lang yun. Later na lang. Now, there are 2 strategies or approaches on how we have your OJT. Number 1 is no face-to-face. And then the other is option 1 is no face-to-face. Option 2 is 80% independent or online learning and 20% face-to-face. So what about the first option? No face-to-face. Okay, so mamimili kayo. Ano bang gusto ninyo? Kung no face-to-face, this is option 1. Students may opt to deliver business solutions to agencies, companies, or organizations of their choice through any of the following. So, pwede kang mamili dito. Kung ayaw nyo, kung gusto nyo ng no face-to-face, that is pure no face-to-face, then you could have projects involving web page design, web development. You can do a simple information system that is very helpful to an organization or a company or an agency. Another is you can do also e-learning materials for the educators or for the teachers, especially in the elementary, to support their teaching during the pandemic. Another is pwede kang gumawa ng network infrastructure plan or any digital project that the agency needs which may be done through work from home scheme. Okay? Pwedeng projects may preferably help in the mitigation of COVID-19 or whatever pet project that you would like to do, which is in relation to the mitigation of COVID-19 problems and that have social and economic impacts. Okay, so the final outputs may be presented through any platforms. Ipipresent ninyo through any platform. Pag natapos nyo na yung project na yon, dadaling natin dun sa client ninyo or kayo ang pupunta dun sa client ninyo, and then you record the presentation of the project to this specific client. Or pwedeng pumunta yung OJT coordinator and samahan kayo to present the final output to the client. Okay, so what about face-to-face? This is the second option. Face-to-face with online or virtual independent learning. Okay, students who are living nearby may have their OJT in EFSU, provided that they follow health protocols set by the school and that of the IATF and their own means of transportation. So with the second option, pwede kayong mag-OJT dun sa mga offices na malapit sa bahay ninyo and that you have your own means of transportation so that the contract of the COVID-19 may be limited or may be avoided. Okay? Students may have their training in local and national government agencies where they are living nearby. Kasi kayo, kung malapit kayo sa mga offices, pwede. Okay? So, ano yung pwede ninyong gawin dun sa option 2? Anong pwede ninyong gawin dun sa option 2? Okay, so dun sa option 2, you may enroll in training institutions. Kadungay dagiyag of offer the trainings online. May mga free. You may have their certificates, but you are required to produce certificates of completion for those trainings that you underwent. At wait, ipapakita ko yung areas. Ay, napananan. Okay. So ano yung areas? Kung ano yung iti-training ninyo, what areas or what topics? Ano yung mga topic na kailangang matapos mo doon sa second na option? Number 1 is networking. Wait, nandito yata. Networking. Second is software development or programming. Number 3, networking. Networking. Number 2 is programming. Number 3 is web development, web design. Ikon ko nga pala yun. I-summarize ko. Okay? I will summarize and then send it to the DGC. So yun, dalawa yung pagpipilian ninyo. Whether to have a full face-to-face OJT wherein you are going to create projects. Ito yung mga wish list ninyo, yung mga gusto ninyong gawin na hindi ninyo nagagawa, gusto niyo tumulong sa isang agency through this computerization project that you have in mind, kahit konti lang, basta nakakatulong siya. Kahit konti lang yung scope niya, basta nakakatulong sa agency na yon. Okay, like for example, parang yung ginagawa ngayon ng LMDC. Yung LMDC, for every, kung may loan ka dun sa LMDC, LMDC is cooperative. Kung may loan ka doon, every time na magbayad ka ng loan mo, may text na darating sa'yo. So meron siyang feedback mechanism, meron siyang SMS feedback mechanism. Sasabihin niya, i-inform ka na nabayaran mo na yung monthly amortization mo. Or pwedeng loan inquiry, di ba? Loan balance inquiry. Kunwari, gusto kong malaman magkano pa yung loan ko as of this day. Mga ganon. Mga simple lang na projects. And hindi lang naman siya, it is not only confined to information systems. You can do e-learning materials, you can do digital projects, digital design projects, yung mga layout, kung yun ay papagawa sa iyo ng company or ng agency. Okay. So yung second option naman, yung second option is that you need to complete 5 training courses and at least be certified. Alam niyo na yung certification, di ba? Certification in the skills that you are going to acquire. So kailangan certified din kayo. Okay? So enroll in training courses, 5 training courses that I will identify later in the GC, and that you will be certified in at least 3. So hindi yan hindi yan semi-webinar na yung webinar na yan is 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. No, it has to be a training course or training program. Pag sinabing natin training program, it has to be done in several days para makuha natin yung total number of hours that you are required to render KUMA, which is 486 hours. But then if the training is in 1 day time, hindi yung training. Kung 8 hours siya, that is not considered a training. So yung training na yun, it has to be done in several days. That is for 1 training only. Okay? So yon, I will inform the group later for additional information or additional additional information, especially on our orientation dates. Kasi pagkakaroon tayo ng orientation muna, aside from this one, this is the initial meeting, and we will discuss further during our orientations. Okay, so thank you.